Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be working with inputs and buttons using Selenium and Java. So in a previous video, we had set up a basic Selenium test using Chrome driver, and that went out, grabbed a web page, google.com, and then found an element in that web page, which in this case was the Google logo. So we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to use some inputs and search buttons to actually execute a search with Google. So first, we'll get the XPath of the input field that we're looking for. So we'll go ahead and grab that and drop that into a string called input XPath. Alright, excellent. So there we go. We have the path to the element. And we're going to go ahead and create a web element. We're going to use that XPath to find it. So we're just going to call this web element input for simplicity's sake. So we'll do the same thing we did earlier with finding the logo, and we'll do a find element by XPath, and we'll use that value to find it on the page. Awesome. But to execute the query, we're going to need to get a button too. So we're going to find the search button, and we're going to grab the XPath for that. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the input and keep it in a variable called search XPath. Alright, so we'll go ahead and grab that and drop it in here. Excellent. So now we got the path to our search button. And we're going to do the same thing and create a web element for that button. And that way we can act upon both the input and the search button. So I'll create our other web element here. We'll call it search. And we're going to do the same find element by XPath. And in this case, we're going to use the search XPath to identify it. Excellent. Okay, very good. So we got our elements, but what else do we need? We need a query. So we're going to create a query, and for fun, let's do mango trees. Alright, so we're going to search for mango, we'll do mango tree. Alright, excellent. So that's going to be our query. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our send keys function and to act upon the input in the search to enter and execute the query. So go ahead and send keys query, and that's going to put the query into the search field. And then on the search button, we're going to send keys, and we're going to use a built-in keys.return, and that's going to hit enter on that search button for us. And just so we can watch the output here and make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to, we'll hit a thread.sleep, and that'll let it sleep for 5 seconds just so we can see what results on the page. Excellent. Okay, we'll go ahead and save that off, and it looks like everything's good. We'll just do a quick review here, and go ahead and run our code and see what happens. Alright, so we are building, parsing, and we are running. Looks like Java Chrome driver is opening. And our browser is loading. It is being controlled by automated test software, entering our query, and voila, we have mango trees. Alright, fantastic. It looks like everything worked as expected. We can pop out of here, close out of our environment and our files, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll welcome you to come back and check in for new content.